Hey guys, so I didn't post a video yesterday because my sister was sick, so she was home. I didn't really have time to do it because I was looking after her. And anyway, I've had a pretty busy weekend because on Friday was my sister's 13th birthday, so I was preparing for that, and I ended up blowing up about 140 balloons and just sticking them into her room. She was a bit surprised when she walked back in. And she ended up spending a lot of time having fun popping all the balloons because I had hidden presents inside them, so she had a lot of fun doing that. And then on Sunday was the Game of Thrones season finale, so if you're into Game of Thrones and you're up to season 3, continue watching. If not, then there's spoilers ahead, so yeah. So if you've been keeping up with Game of Thrones, then you'll know the season's been pretty good, but like, last week's episode was totally worse than this week's episode, which is a bit crazy because usually the season finale is like really painful because you're like, oh, I don't have anything more to watch, and you want to cry and everything sucks. But like, the season finale was not as bad as the episode before. If you remember the episode before, basically 2 of the Starks died, which I'm not happy about. I'm like, are you serious, really? I loved the Starks so much. And then this week we nearly lost Jon Snow, and I was so not happy. I was like, Jon Snow's my favorite. But I also shipped Ygritte and Jon, and I don't think they're gonna get back together ever again. Just she didn't seem too happy about him leaving. I was kind of I hate season finales. It's like I don't know where to go with my life from now, which I think is why a lot of people in fandoms end up turning to multiple fandoms, so that when they're not getting episodes from one thing, they can watch something else. Like, there's always something that they can do while they're upset over other things being over. Because, like, I know I'm almost caught up with Supernatural, but, like, that's what's gonna keep me going probably until, like, the end of this month, and there's other TV shows I want to watch. Like, I'm pretty content I'll be okay until my TV shows come back. Anyway, back to Game of Thrones. So, I'm still pretty much hung up over the Starks. Like, they're such nice people from what I can see, and everyone's like, no, let's kill them all, I hate them, they can die. And like, there were just some things I was sitting there thinking, like, Caitlyn never got to see her 4 youngest kids alive ever again. Just think about that for a minute. Like, she was so close to seeing Arya again. If you remember, Arya was there just after they died, and she ended up getting taken off. I have no idea who the guy she's with, though. Like, his name slips my mind every time he comes on. I have no idea why. But then also, I believe the last time Jon and Robb saw each other, they'd be like, oh, we'll see each other again, alive. Yeah, that never happened. Like, it was kind of heartbreaking the last 2 episodes. I'm like, really? You can't do that. No. And I'm basically, by the end of last week's episode, I was like, Game of Thrones should probably be renamed now to Survivor, the Stark Edition, because that's basically what they're doing. The 2 younger boys are trying to stay safe and hidden and not get killed. And Arya's on the run, trying not to get killed also. She wanted to get back to her family, which didn't happen. And Sansa's just trying to make sure she doesn't make any mistakes and doesn't end up getting killed or sent off somewhere else. Like, if you're like me, then pretty much your favorite Lannister is Tyrion. He's so cute and sweet, and like, I love that he's respectful to Sansa even though he was forced into marrying her. Like, he is a respectful human, and everyone just looks down on him, and that was a really bad thing to say. They just ignore him and don't worry about him. But also, like, I'm pretty sure through the season, I've kind of grown a liking to Jaime because he was pretty much put in his place and cut down to his size. And it was kind of nice to see him have a change of heart towards his original captor. It was, like, I loved that he went back to save her. That was really sweet, and I was like, aww. So the final thing from the season finale that really made my heart clench with cuteness and adorableness was when Sam took one of the man's wife with the baby to Castle Black, and when the guy was like, so what's the son's name? And she's like, oh, Sam. And I'm just like, oh, you're so sweet. And she named her son after Sam. Like, I literally, hands went to my mouth. I was like, it was just too cute. I couldn't handle it. It just gave me lots of feels. I'm like, oh. Anyway, so my take on the season finale, and basically as much of season 3 as I remember, is that it was really good. It was full of sadness. It was full of happy moments as well. Like, it was good for a season, and I loved it, and it's a really great show. Anyway, I've been preparing for LeakyCon recently, so I've kind of been really, really busy. I may or may not be able to do another video next week. If not, my next video will probably be when I return from LeakyCon. I would try to do one next week, but no promises. And yeah, so till next time.